Hedonism among teenagers and young adults. Hedonism is the philosophy that pleasure is the only important pursuit of mankind, and the only thing that is good for an individual. Hedonists, therefore, strive to maximize their total pleasure. The net of any pleasure less any pain or suffering, and they believe the pleasure is the only good in life, and pain is only an evil. And our life goals sought to be maximize pleasure and minimize pain. Psychological hedonism is the view that humans are psychologically constructed in such a way that we exclusively desire pleasure. Ethical hedonism, on the other hand, is the view that our fundamental moral obligation is to maximize pleasure or happiness. It is the normative claim that we should always act so as to produce our own pleasure. Hedonism usually presupposes an individualist sentence, and it's associated with egoism, and he claimed that individualists should always seek their own goals in all things. So, let's take an example. Millennial has become the most hedonic generation because everything is available on the internet now. Let's say, do you want attention from others? It's easy, going to social media. If do you want to kill your boredom? Watch Netflix instead YouTube. Do you want food? Let's find your phone and order GrabFood on GoFood. And the list goes on. This type of consumerism is not only effective or pocket, but it has also changed the way we interact with others, the way we spend our time, and our own identity. And we are becoming more and more prone to satiate our pleasure immediately, which has driven us to lack of sensibility and awareness. It's more difficult than ever to enjoy life, pleasure because now we have so much of them, but most of them are false. Hedonism believes that pleasure is the only main goal in life, but reality has shown us several times that there is more to life than that, or at least that there are life, pleasure that we should deeply enjoy and not just seek for mindless satisfaction. It's not our fault that society tells us the idea that having more is living better, that desires can always be fulfilled, and that a life without pleasure is worthless. But we have the capacity to decide we are going to be today, because we've got the power over ourselves, not the stereotypes that society imposes to us. The path of start living is meaningful way begins with the acknowledgement and awareness that we indeed are part of the hedonic generation, but that we decide to step ahead and seek for genuine satisfaction. Let's put things aside for a second and start living conscious, meaningful life. It's time for us, a new generation, to embrace true creativity and social interaction, because that's what brings the most sincere pleasure out of life. Thank you.